I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Cazador Szar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on. Thank you, but this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows. What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Soldier? Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something? You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell. What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? It's nothing to laugh at. Save your questions if that's how you're going to react. No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored. Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. anyone but her.
Now? But I'm just getting comfy. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Will, don't forget,
Our pact still stands.
ta-ta.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
There you are, my friend. I have drunk, not alcohol, of course, a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. You're comparing plonk to vintage wine. You can make merry with either, but they're not the same. But Cazador fed me rats and bugs. And when you're used to drinking from a sewer, even plonk is a marked improvement. I existed. That was enough for him. He reveled in having power over me. Because those with power can do whatever the hell they want. Is it? What good is freedom if I'm always watching the shadows? No. I'll be safe when I'm powerful enough to grind Cazador into the dust. Powerful enough to do whatever the hell I want. They're doing a piss-poor job then. The strong had 2 centuries to pluck me from torture. But no one came. No. It was the mind flayers that rescued me. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too.
The Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The Blade's sting is real.
What I wouldn't do for better tools.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
A while after this.
Zevlor.
By Delt's virtue. The Blade of Frontiers? What's happened, Will?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
Believe me, I understand better than most.
A moment passes as Zevlor contemplates Will's words. He then turns his attentions to you.
I'm told the druids have stopped their damned chanting. What happened? Truly, I'm sorry it had to come to this. But she left us with no choice. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I need to ensure my people make the most of it. But here, left over from my soldiering days, it's sparse thanks for what you've done for us, but gods and goblins willing, I won't need it again. If you can clear the road of goblins, as you say, I'll ensure a reward is gathered for you. Just Zevlor, Tilly. We're civilians now, remember?
With respect, sir, being a Hellrider is for life. They can't take...
They can, and did. Avernus changed things. Best we get used to that.
Yes. Zevlor. Keep your steel sharp.
Hey, soldier. We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
I don't remember how it started, only how it ended. I was fleeing. She asked my name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home. With Lady Shah. May the darkness protect you. I'm not sure what else I can say, at least until I can remember more. She taught me, trained me, punished me. Often, I think I feel her influence when the wound pains me. Not even memories, just glimpses, impressions. Perhaps the wound is her doing, something Lady Shah bid her to do. I don't know.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are
Swing and swing and... Oh!
Make one up.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks. you find the edges of a concealed entrance.
Remember, you have teeth and claws.
Hey, you're back. Here to buy some stuff? Me? No, promise. I'm just a kid trying to make a living. You know who you should talk to? Moll. She's my boss, I guess. Good at finding stuff. Her office is through the crack in the wall over there, if you can fit. You bet. Good luck, pal.
Oh, hi. Me? Suspicious? No? No, I sure don't. But, I'll go ask my boss for you, right now.
You can't be here. This is our hideout.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Messing with our business. Yeah? You let that adventurer hit Melly. Now, you're going to pay for it.
Get out of my head!
That's it! I'm telling the guards what you did. Everything you did. The gate will never see us coming. You did this to yourself.
You're blocking my light. Oh, I remember you. You're the one who let the ugly human hit me. You want something? Were you just here to stare at my forehead? Oh, go tell my parents. Wait, you can't. They're dead. Now find yourself a maze and get lost. I'm busy.
We're going to own that town.
Any questions, children?
Looks like the druids have eased off some. Small mercies.
Now they're done messing about with rituals, maybe them lot can make themselves useful.
This place ain't so special. Why were the druids so protective of it?
Cogger was right. We must put ourselves first. She's dead because of your meddling.
To think we almost finished the ritual. I felt honored when I was chosen to participate. Now I feel guilty I didn't object.
The Rite of Thorns has ceased. It seems you will be allowed to stay, but behave.
Kogha lied to us. She betrayed us. She was a blight on the grove. You were right to put her down.
I knew Kogha was desperate, but I never imagined she'd get Cloakwood involved. And it cost her her life. What a waste. I could have forgiven her scheming. But the child... She meant to kill that poor girl. There's no coming back from that.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute. Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course. Indeed. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend. I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk. I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me. A slip of the tongue. You meant to make a better offer, surely. Oh, but you do love to tease. We follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful. Alas, not so much as a nibble.
something over there.
Gnome tastes good, like bear. Dwarf sweet like honey. Must you? This is Shadowheart.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Yes.
What now?
Need to act fast.
This is my time. Making my move.
Swift and lethal. Taste my fury.
Where do I go from here? On my way.
Can't give up. Got to press on.
No holding back.
Time to strike. I will not know failure.
Watch this!
This will do nicely.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Someone's diary. Might explain what happened here.
Anything of use?
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
I don't see one.
That's curious.
Something over there.
On the move.
Battle favors the fearless.
Swift and lethal. Come on, can't stay idle.
I got this. Well, well. Look what we have here.
I know my master's face. You are not Ilintoth. If you are his ally, step forward and declare it. Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
You remember stories of Zastam, a powerful lich in Thay who made deals with dark gods.
You are no Zolkir, but are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment? Acceptable, finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be? You seek to survive. You seek power. Be welcome.
A well-guarded laboratory. What were they hiding down here?
A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Be careful. There are traps about. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us. Traps. How considerate. Don't mind if I do.
There is work to do.
Probably wise of you to get rid of that thing.
A better position.
On I go.
I've got it.
Forever dauntless. I found my mark.
Oh,
On the way.
What's the plan? Ready. Victory awaits. This is your end. Rested enough. Now, forward.
So ready to fight. How do people do this all day?
Can't give up now.
What's so funny? You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
I really made it out of Avernus. It's incredible.
All right, just keep it down. We're conspicuous enough without your hyena call.
Smoke. Something's burning. I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful! Push, damn it! Push! That's right! 3, 2, 1, push! Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time! We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out! In here!
The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me! Almost. Thank you. Now, how the hell do we get out of here? Right. I'll try to keep up.
On my way.
What's next, I wonder?
What's cooking?
How delicious.
Never a dull moment. Light on my feet. All right, what now?
Find a way out!
In here!
He slaughtered everyone. Mary! Mary! Where are you?
In here! Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait. Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
It takes more than mere fire to break me, Eva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the Manip and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through? A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Well, he's not just any Grand Duke. He's Alder Ravengard, the most influential Duke in the city.
Just the one. Yours truly. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. Such a rift isn't so easily mended. But it's not so wide that I'd let my own father suffer at his captor's hands. I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast. know. And you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory, a man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Miri! Miri! My wife, she was outside when the goblins came. She was wearing a green blouse, brown hair, about this tall. Have you seen her? Thank you. She can't have gone far.
Excellent armor. Strange place to find it. Surprised this hay hasn't gone up in flames yet.
There's something hidden here, in the hay.
Monsters everywhere. Kill. No, you're not one of them at all. I was ready to run you through. My mistake, friend. Him? He was the biggest. Now I'm the biggest. Yes, it was screaming, waving around its metal. I made him stop screaming. An attack. Monsters. Little ones and taller ones. They took the shiny one. He killed many.
Green blouse, brown hair. That must be Miri. She's not breathing.
Pray God help. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Have you found my Miri? No. It can't be. I need to see.
So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Oh, Miri. No. Miri. No. Gods, no, no, no. You should have stayed. You should have been with me. I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here. I'm sorry, Miri. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. I need a moment with her. It's for a sister's wedding. I made a stupid joke about keeping it. We argued about it for hours. Then she took the dowry and left. I know this doesn't change anything, but it helps. Thank you. I need some time alone with her to say goodbye.
Certainty when we would have. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Smell that? Blood. This whole plain reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not
Welcome
need
to
a whip
Joaquin's
anymore.
Rest.
My sense
West,
is as sharp
Baldur's
as
Gate.
steel.
East, Enthralled. Here goes nothing. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Got to concentrate. On my way.
Watch this. Ooh, fun.
Taste my fury.
do the unexpected.
No choice but to keep going. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Need to stay focused. Got to move.
Ready for another round?
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation, or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
You have something precious to my kin, an heirloom. I will have it back.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
I do not wish to spill blood here. Come daylight, we will find a place to end this.
Fine. You can accept you're wrong, or we'll be rid of you permanently. Either way, I win. You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics. It's not that I want to collect them, per se. It's just that if we should happen upon them, I can use them in battle to fire up my engine. Evil's evil, but it can be put to good use. Sometimes. Maybe. Right?
May the darkness protect you. We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now. Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
Speak. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.